So you might ask yourself, why are we using oxygen to be the first branch of our taxonomy? Well, first off is that if bugs enjoy or tolerate oxygen, then we know that they're going to be in most places in the environment. If they're poisoned by oxygen, it implies that since we're surrounded by 20% oxygen most of the time, that they're probably not going to be around that often, or they're going to be hard to find, or they're going to be in a micro sort of environment. But most importantly, that if we can somehow get oxygen to these little suckers, we can kill them. They can stay maki die dead. With these folks over here, going to be a little bit harder because we're going to have to go for it and actually try to figure out a way to kill the cells. So let's begin on the breakdown of the new taxonomy using oxygen, and that they're either enjoy or tolerate, or they're poisonous too. And that's the whole thing about this tolerate thing, is things get a little bit too complex, where they'll say something is aerobic, anaerobic, or God forbid, a facultative anaerobe, which means that it doesn't use oxygen, but if it's there, it can. That makes that needlessly complex. It's really quite simple. There is a bright red line right down the middle, which is it's either poisonous to the bacteria, or they enjoy it, or they tolerate it. So as we build our structure for our new taxonomy, there's really, oh my gosh, look how, wow. There we go. As we build our taxonomy for the new structure that we're going to use, first thing you should be aware of is that we're only going to use three things, right? Whether or not we're going to look at oxygen, and we're going to decide whether or not the bugs enjoy or tolerate oxygen, or oxygen is poisonous to them. Second thing we're going to look at is, yes, Mr. Graham comes back again. You can't escape the guy. And the bugs are either going to be gram positive, at which point they die purple, or they're going to be gram negative, at which point they die this sort of reddish pink looking thing. And finally, we're going to look at their shape. They're either going to look like berries, at which point they're going to be called cocci, from the Greek that means buried, which is like, actually, if you look at the coccyx, the reason is on this side, it looks like a series of little berries, like a hung onto each other. So they're going to look like berries, right? Or they're going to look like rods, which is going to look like a rod or a fishing pole or something else like that, which comes from, I think, Middle or Old English. And no one really knows where it comes from, so you can't really hang anything onto it. So anyway, these are going to be the big three, and no more than that, and then we can start throwing bugs into categories.